JustinFREAKIN, your formidable voice in the Baltic.
Hey Justin, are you trolling?
We'll see who counts the food.
This is the Troll Patrol, live with JustinFREAKIN.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking shill for Israel day. Did you guys know that? I'm a shill for Israel. I was in a good mood until I woke up this morning and had somebody in my own goddamn Discord calling me a shill for Israel. Did you guys know that? I'm like Ethan Klein. You can make fun of me for anything in the world. Make fun of my nose. Make fun of my baldness. I love it when people make fun of me. I think it's the most hilarious thing ever. But when you try to impugn my integrity, when I work my ass off to do this without any kind of monetary gain every night to try to be as informative as I possibly can be, and then to call me a shill for Israel, makes me not want to fucking do it anymore. And it's ruined my entire fucking day. So thanks a lot, Mary Jane. I appreciate it. Textillion, welcome in. If you're not privy to what caused this, I got an email from a man, and Mary Jane just saw fucking Israel apparently and went off on me. I got an email from a consultant in Israel. His name is Mickey Gitson. He's the executive director of the New Israel Fund. He is against the Netanyahu government. He is pro-human rights, pro-social justice, outspoken in his opposition to the occupation. And I asked the Discord if I should have him on. To which I was told, if you want to be a shill for Israel, you're already like Ethan Klein. And I went the fuck off. I had a meltdown in the Discord. I'm not fucking proud of it. And here's the thing, even if the dude was pro-Israeli, and I would have even asked the Discord, if the dude was pro-Israeli, I would have been like, yes, please, come the fuck on. Let me interrogate you about all the bullshit you support. But no, it wasn't even...
Take your 33 and a third chance, minus my 25%.
Wasn't even a pro-Israeli guy I got accused of shilling for Israel for. Literally an Israeli against the occupation. Yeah, everybody is in a rough spot right now. I understand. I'm not the only one barely hanging on. A lot of people aren't in good mental health at the moment. But why would you do that to me? Somebody who's supposedly a supporter of mine. And does she apologize? No, she doubles down on it. Fuck you, Mary Jane. Seriously, fuck you. And she did the same fucking bullshit to me during the election. Accusing me of all kinds of bullshit. So fucking just go somewhere else. Seriously, you come to my fucking Discord, you promote other fucking streamers, you accuse me of being a shill for Israel, go fuck yourself. Go somewhere else. Get out of my community. Seriously. I don't feel like fucking doing this. I'm in a bad goddamn mood because of it. Thanks a fucking lot. I've just been steaming on it all day. I'm not sensitive, Mr. Elwood. There's one thing. Please don't try to impugn my integrity. Apparently I'm a fucking Zionist. I'm a shill for Israel, everybody. Give me some of that goddamn AIPAC money, please. Fuck me. And as I said, that's why streamers don't want to tackle hard-hitting topics. That's why they do drama content. Yeah, and that was the other thing. In my own Discord, nobody was like, Justin's not a shill for Israel. No, I get called sensitive because I take offense at being called a shill for Israel. It's seriously fucked. And like it has hurt my fucking feelings. I did lose it. You can go see my rants in the Discord. Holy shit. And like Mr. Elwood, I'm sorry. Yes, I know. No, you have been a big supporter. That's another thing. Mary Jane has been a big supporter of mine. Constantly comments, shares out my videos, likes my videos, but apparently doesn't actually watch my fucking videos, knows nothing about me, calls me a shill for Israel, compares me to Ethan Klein. I don't even know anything about Ethan Klein. Everything I've learned about the man has been against my fucking will. Jesus Christ. So that's my day. How's your guys' day been? Yeah, it's like saying I'm a fucking fascist. So get on here, spend hours trying to fight the good fight, to have somebody who is supposedly on my side call me a fucking fascist. It's, no apology. I mean, she tried to walk it back and be like, well, I'm not calling you a shill. I'm saying if you want to be a shill. So that's been my day. So we're going to... A lot of news going on today that I can't fucking focus on because I'm goddamn steaming. We'll watch some news clips, and then I'm going to get off of here in time to watch South Park. Yeah, seriously. That's what hurts the most. A simp for GOP plus. Once again, I don't know if that's a joke I'm taking too far, if I actually would. I do find Joni Ernst attractive. I don't think we'd get along very well, though. I don't get along well with people that, you know, don't have ethics and morals and shit. I don't think you can approach AIPAC. I think they approach you. Then our friend that was, he called in on Monday? He brought up fucking Benny Johnson. He had cited Benny Johnson to me on Twitter. And I was like, Benny Johnson is a paid shill. That is an actual shill. And this motherfucker tags me on Twitter to tell me like, now I'm going to start watching Benny Johnson all the time. See, I don't think they do that. It's not like a Project Veritas thing. They search you out. You've already got to have the right views to get that AIPAC money. I think. I don't know. I don't fucking care. First, let's talk about this meeting that's supposed to be going on right now with the Vice President, the Attorney General, the head of the FBI, that may not be going ahead because of the intense media scrutiny that it's gotten. And then we're going to hear from some Epstein victims who had a press conference earlier.
Top Trump officials were set to attend a dinner at the Vice President's residence at the Naval Observatory this evening. On the menu, a strategy discussion on how to handle fallout from the administration's own handling of the Epstein files. Now, after intense coverage, officials tell CNN that the dinner is now in flux. In fact, some people in the Trump administration say this dinner was never actually going to happen. Now, we stand by the story here at CNN. Either way, we don't know whether it's ultimately going to be called off or moved to another location, rescheduled. In any case, as we noted, Vance's office denied such a meeting.
It's not just CNN that reported it.
Expected attendees, we've been reporting here at CNN, Vice President J.D. Vance, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who recently conducted a 2-day interview with Epstein accomplice and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, those interviews would be a major talking point as the administration weighs whether to release an audio recording and transcript of Blanche's meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell. A senior Trump official told
Hello, and thank you for reaching out to the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Please listen to the following menu options to best assist you. If you would like to make a donation, have questions regarding your account or membership, please press 1. For candidate endorsements or APAC PAC, please press 2. For accounts payable, please press 3. To contact the American Israel Education Foundation, please press 4. For questions regarding APAC on campus, our semester and summer internships, or other student opportunities, please press 5. For employment verification, and other HR inquiries, please email hr@apac.org. For Hill staff inquiries, please visit apac.org/hill. For press inquiries, please visit apac.org/press. For all other inquiries, please press 6. If you would like to repeat these menus...
I guess I'll do 6.
We are sorry, there is no one available to take your call. Please record your message after the tone. Press star to discard the recording, or press any digit to end the recording.
Hey guys, my name is JustinFREAKIN. I'm a YouTube and Twitch streamer who is very pro-Palestinian rights, disgusted by the genocide that Israel is committing, all the deaths of children, the starvation. But I'm poor, so you know what? I would flip in a heartbeat. Once again, that's JustinFREAKIN. You can look me up on YouTube, Twitch. See, I'm mildly successful. I got about 10,000 followers between the two platforms. So if you guys were willing, I'd send me to the Holy Land. I'll document the whole thing and see if you can change my mind, because you guys have a lot of money to be able to influence people, and I'd kind of like some of that money because I'm tired of being poor. Actually advocating for human rights and being on the side of good morality doesn't pay very well. Being a genocide denier and supporter seems to pay really well. So if you guys have some cash for me, I would love to take your cash and then start being a shill for Israel. If you guys would allow me. I get called a Jew all the time. I got a really big nose. So people on BitChute and Rumble constantly think I'm Jewish. I'm not. I'm Appalachian, but, you know, I kind of look Jewish anyway. So let's go ahead and make it official. I will accept any payment to shill for Israel. Thank you guys so much. You can give me a call back, 917-830-4359. You can email me, my freaking address at gmail.com, or you can get in touch with me on any of the social media platforms. I'm JustinFREAKIN on everything. Here to serve you guys. I will happily suck off Benjamin Netanyahu for the right amount of money. Thank you, APAC. Hope to hear from you soon. Is that what you wanted? Now, in a month, when I'm doing a tour of Jerusalem and they paying me money, I want an IDF mommy. That's the next one. I'm going to find me an IDF mommy. They killed that one hot sniper. Libertad! My mom used to say my dad looked exactly like Pete Townsend. And he did. He really did. War Machine, welcome in. Holiday, Flash, Flow. Anonymously, I tell you good evening. Ducky. I love you. I'm sorry. I am really sorry to be in such a bad mood. I should not have let her get to me. Like it's like I said. You know, I don't do this for money. Good Lord, I don't do this for money. But it'd be nice to feel appreciated. And getting called an Israeli shill in my own Discord doesn't make me feel appreciated. Infuriated me. Apparently, I shouldn't have the dude on. I got an email for those of you who are just getting in here. I've done a beard before, but it's been like 10 years since I've shaved the Fu Manchu. That's what Curiouser brought it up the other day. She's like, you still had the Fu Manchu when we were together. I was like, no, I didn't. I had a beard. And she's like, when you cut your hair, you still had the Fu Manchu. And I was like, no, I didn't. I had a beard. Let me see if I can find that picture of when I got my hair cut. Determine if I had a Fu Manchu or if it was a beard. Shit, I can't even find it. This is like the one picture of me with short hair in the last 15 years. Because I cut it and then proceeded to instantly grow it back out. Oh, there it is. This would have been the haircut. I graduated college in 2014. This would have been 2015. This would have been the fall of 2015. I got a haircut. And I shaved off the Fu Manchu and grew out a beard. Immediately grew my hair right back out. Oh, wait a minute. I went bald one time, didn't I? Yeah, I shaved my head on stream. Sorry. Twice in the last 15 years, I've had short hair. Oh, thank you, Jelly. Then I do. I owe you cats. Maynard is right here. I think that sock's on the bed. I owe you 2 cats. Here is Maynard. Here's Socks. He and Smokey were cuddled up together. So now I feel kind of bad that I grabbed him. Come on, Socks. Say hey to the chat. He doesn't cooperate. That's why he's not the cat I pick up the most. He doesn't like to say hey. Hey, buddy. He is the sweetest cat, though. If you were here with me, except the other day when Curiouser was here and we were watching SummerSlam, he decided to be jealous, and he does that sometimes. I've had people spend the night, and Socks will insert himself between them and me in the bed because he's jealous. He wants his cuddles. Now I had to get up and go out and run errands yesterday morning. I stayed up all fucking night. So when I came back, I took a nap. Oh, did you do the bandana color? Green bandana it is. When I come back to take a nap, Socks was like all up in my business. Like, it is time for us to sleep. You need to cuddle with me. Because he's very much, he wants his cuddles of a morning. All right, let's go back to all this Epstein stuff while I go change my bandana.
Top Trump officials were set to attend a dinner at the vice president's residence at the Naval Observatory this evening. On the menu, a strategy discussion on how to handle fallout from the administration's own handling of the Epstein files. Now, after intense coverage, officials tell CNN that the dinner is now in flux. In fact, some people in the Trump administration say this dinner was never actually going to happen. Now, we stand by the story here at CNN. Either way, we don't know whether it's ultimately going to be called off or moved to another location, rescheduled. In any case, as we noted, Vance's office denied such a meeting was taking place. The expected attendees, we've been reporting here at CNN, Vice President J.D. Vance, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who recently conducted a 2-day interview with Epstein accomplice and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. No, those interviews would be a major talking point.
The rumor is, and this is just rumor, I couldn't find it from a reputable source. The rumor is she's going to be out any day now. We'll see if that materializes, but that's the rumor, that she is set to be released any day now.
The administration weighs whether to release an audio recording and transcript of Blanche's meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell. A senior Trump official tells CNN that there are more than 10 hours of audio. 3 sources.
Oh, Van, but here's the thing. I'm out. I don't have any right now. A little broke at the moment.
Tell us there have also been discussions around Todd Blanche possibly holding a news conference or doing a high-profile interview about this topic, perhaps with podcaster Joe Rogan.
It's all right, my friend. Light one up for me, friends. Light one up, tip one back. Yeah, they have said that they want to send Todd Blanche on Joe Rogan. I would totally watch that. That would be. Here's the thing: is Joe is so easy to manipulate, though. But he has been very hardcore on this one. Been very hardcore on releasing the files. Aw, Michael. Oh, thank you, my friend.
Critical of the administration's handling of the Epstein case. A reminder that
I appreciate the shit out of you guys. And that's another. I know I got on here and I went off on a rant and everything, and I'm ranting in my Discord and shit. And like, you guys are like one of the most supportive communities. And I appreciate the hell out of you. You guys show up every night. Several, like, not to throw it out, but there's at least like 6, 7 of you that have given me hundreds of dollars. And like, that's insane. I thank you guys so much. There's several of you that, you know, you're subscribed every month. You're constantly here, and your support is what keeps me going in the face of being called a shield for Israel. Oh, Flo, thank you for the resub. Nice timing.
These agenda items. Let's just say if the dinner happens, hopefully Susie Wiles would be a buffer sitting between Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. One official tells CNN that some in the White House worry.
Why would I flip out on anybody being naked?
Public
get naked,
would
people.
Just further revive the Epstein controversy. So regardless of whether or not a strategy dinner happens, this does seem like a good opportunity for we here at The Lead to try to give the attendees something else to chew on. A sincere message and some notes, if you will, of what I think would help this whole.
When I was on with producer Dave the other night, I was like, I need to refill my drink, but I'm not wearing any pants. So I got up. Everybody saw my hairy white legs.
Controversy. Number one, put the victims above everything else. Many of you in the administration have been talking about Epstein victims for months, for years. Do you have any relationship?
You're getting ready to hear from some Epstein victims.
And abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell? This morning, the family of victim Virginia Giuffre issued a statement asking why no survivors had been invited to this dinner meeting. And some members of the family offered to go in Virginia Giuffre's place because she died by suicide earlier this year. They wrote, quote, "The victims' voices must be heard above all. That's the most important thing. Number two, stop acting like we don't know what you're doing. You could all release a bunch.
Oh, thank you for the resub, Shelly.
If you wanted to. Remove the names of the victims and do it. Go ahead. Instead, there's all this nonsense about leaving everything up to the court.
No, my legs are so fucking white.
Republicans yesterday, they're the ones leading the charge on this, issuing subpoenas to the Justice Department for files and information related to Epstein. We know that you can release documents right now. We know that. Number three, please stop acting as if you guys weren't the ones who promised to release these documents. You did. We were paying attention.
Write a book about it, Tapper.
The Epstein list, that is an important thing.
I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office. It's sitting on my desk right now to review. A truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI.
Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Ooh, I can do that. I got cash. I'm glad you asked. I would love to let you know who the pedophiles are. I've got one big name. Been saying it for years, my friend. Trump is a pedophile. You're dumb and gullible. Here, it's easy to find out who the pedophiles are. They're right here. They're in the GOP.
That's the FBI director. Number four, when and if you release any of these files, beyond the victims, of course, please do not protect any one person. If you're going to release
this is horrible, Dougie.
of Epstein associates who didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but they're mentioned in these files, then release all of those names. If you cherry pick, redact this guy, but not that guy, it's going to be worse. You're going to make it worse on yourselves. You will extend this whole thing. And of course, people will accuse you of a cover-up because that's what you will be doing. Number five, real transparency. Please don't take this personally. Leaders have proven untrustworthy when it comes to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, going back decades. No one is going to get the benefit of the doubt. So please just release as much and as many of the transcripts as you can, as much of the audio as you can. While you're at it, please explain exactly why last week Ghislaine Maxwell was moved from a Florida prison to a much lower security federal prison camp in Texas. It was an uncommon move. It came right on the heels of her discussions with Deputy Attorney General Blanche. Really fishy looking. No explanation has been given. This is all just getting worse and worse for you. Number six, in terms of the files, don't forget the Treasury Department documents on Jeffrey Epstein.
Somewhere in the Treasury Department, Mr. President, locked away in a cabinet drawer.
Yes.
File that's full of actionable information. Follow the money details about his financing and operations that await
Thank you, Wyden.
investigation.
That was Democratic Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon last month. He's not just speculating. Treasury Department officials under the Biden administration actually allowed Wyden's staff to view the files, and Wyden says they contain records relating to more than $1 billion sent to Jeffrey Epstein, plus a lack of timely suspicious activity reports filed by banks handling that money. Why would the banks not do that? He said the Treasury documents show that Epstein used multiple Russian banks to process payments related to sex trafficking. These are potential leads. Follow the money. And finally, our last bit of advice for you on this. Number 7, don't forget what this is about. This is about justice. It defies logic that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are the only two people who had knowledge of or involvement in this vast sex trafficking ring, and yet they're the only ones ever brought to justice. So don't you want to bring the full weight of the justice system down upon anyone else who may have had any hand in this hideous sex trafficking ring, many of the victims of whom were children? Don't you? It's heroes.
No.
You can be heroes.
They don't.
All right. That concludes our notes.
That was not me saying no. That was me answering for them.
One way or the other. Just one more tip for any of the guests. If you do go to Vice President Vance's dinner, don't forget to say thank you. He likes it when you thank him. Let's go to CNN's Kristen Holmes at the White House. Kristen.
Let's not. Good reporting, Jake. We're not going to your talking head. No. We're going to point out that apparently, as we all figured, Ghislaine Maxwell reportedly told the Department of Justice that she never witnessed now President Donald Trump engage in any concerning behavior in her presence. Told the Justice Department Trump wasn't involved. Well, now that is an interesting thing there, Van, about Putin. But according to a blogger with the Times of Israel, he thinks it's Israel that's blackmailing Trump and that we are seeing the release of these Epstein documents because Trump didn't bomb Iran hard enough. Trump and his administration criticized Netanyahu and Israel, and now the Epstein files are haunting him. So, Mossad had a hand in this? Let's read more. For a long time, the files had subsided in the background. They weren't considered to be much of a threat to Trump, but all of a sudden, right after he started up with Israel, the files surfaced, and they seemed to be overwhelming him. Trump blasted Bibi after shrapnel hit a church in Gaza. The church is in a war zone. It was not targeted, rather shrapnel from a nearby explosion hit it. That's shilling for Israel. Still, Trump berated Bibi and demanded that he publicly express regret. After Israel bombed places in Syria in order to protect the Druze, administration officials from the White House referred to Bibi as a madman. It seems that Trump's ambitions may be to sign business and oil deals with Syria, or maybe to win the Nobel Peace Prize, are more important to him than preventing the slaughter of Druze. More important to him than stopping Israel Druze from crossing into Syria, something that would greatly escalate fighting and bloodshed. Huckabee also chimed in, blasting Israel for withholding visas from evangelical groups. It seems that Israel wants to first ensure that the groups don't plan to missionize, but Huckabee seems insensitive to Israel's concerns. Fucking who cares? Trump decided to bomb Iran's nuclear sites, and that's commendable. It's Druza. Thank you. But reports later surfaced that he rejected the option to bomb for a week's time in order to finish off all the sites. Thus, only Fordo was severely damaged, while other sites had only minimal or no damage. And now, some old files are threatening him. Perhaps Trump will realize that it really doesn't pay to start up with Israel. Perhaps those implicated in the files will express contrition and regret. My God! This guy, this blogger for the Times of Israel is extorting the U.S. president. Are you guys seeing this? Because when, by divine providence, Yosef, my friend, anyone who thought God was on their side in history has always been the bad guy. Sorry about your luck, sir. Things that were hidden become revealed. It enables people to correct their mistakes and to endeavor to live their lives properly the way God wants them to. And everyone sees that the world is not a jungle and that God Almighty runs the world with compassion, giving humanity the ability to fix what's wrong so that we can have peace with true ethics. As God told Moses at Mount Sinai to tell all nations to adhere to the 7 Noahide laws. Wow. I don't see many religious people extorting a U.S. president. Well, that has happened before, actually, now that I think about it. Have to correct myself. Gloria Allred with Epstein victims gave a press conference earlier today.
Experience with him and resulted in Jeffrey Epstein's misconduct becoming worse and leading to child sexual abuse and trafficking of underage girls. It included his friend and co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell's conviction for conspiracy.
Everyone says it differently.
To travel to engage in sexual acts, conspiracy to transport minors to participate in illegal sexual act, transporting a minor to participate in illegal sexual acts, sex trafficking conspiracy, and sex trafficking of a minor. She was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for her crimes. Now, decades later, the public and many of Epstein and Maxwell's victims are insisting that they want to know how Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were able to get away with their crimes for so many years. They also want to know who else may have enabled them or assisted them in their sexual exploitation and trafficking of women and children. They believe that the answers are in the unreleased files of the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York and the files of the former United States Attorney for the Southern District of...
Well, the other day when I was trying to get a picture of her for like a thumbnail and I just Googled Maxwell, it reminded me there's an R&B singer, there's an R&B singer named Maxwell that was popular back in like the late 90s. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this dude.
Florida, and the state attorney's file in Miami. The battle to learn the truth of what really happened by releasing the files is now in the news almost every day. While the political class takes sides in this battle, the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are often ignored, and the toll that this is taking on them emotionally is often just a footnote rather than a focus of many stories. To date, a few of the more than estimated 1,000 victims of Jeffrey Epstein have decided to break their silence concerning what they believe should happen now and the aggravated trauma that they are experiencing because of the constant reporting of Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Maxwell's names and the allegations against them. We understand and respect the decision of most victims and survivors to remain silent and not become embroiled in the court of public opinion. There are very good reasons not to become involved in what is happening. However, there are also good reasons for victims to break their silence and share with the public their opinions of what should happen next in this battle for truth, transparency, and justice. Decisions being made now by those who have the power to make them, and those decisions are affecting victims' lives and increasing their emotional suffering. Today, Alicia Arden has decided to be one of the survivors who will share her thoughts about some of those decisions. Once again, she is showing her courage by continuing to speak out about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Thank you, ma'am.
I am sure that more victims will also break their silence in the future. Alicia will now read a statement responding to
this is earlier today
that reporters have been asking, but she hasn't previously answered them. After she speaks, I will also briefly respond to the question of whether and under what conditions I believe that the interview of Ghislaine Maxwell by Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche should be released. In addition, I'll speak to the issue of Congress and its upcoming hearings on Jeffrey Epstein and how it should involve victims in that process. And now it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Alicia Arden.
Thank you, Alicia, for being strong. I can't imagine what you're going through.
All right, as you see, they're just listening into this press conference there with Gloria Allred as we're about to hear that victim statement. Her name is Alicia Allred. We have another shot of it here.
Not Alicia Allred.
On live now. It's a bit clearer than the one that we have on the screen right now. Let's listen in.
The first question that I have is, should the files be released? And I believe, yes, the files should be released. I'm tired of the government saying that they want to release them. So please just do it. And the next question is, should Miss Maxwell be pardoned?
No.
No. Ghislaine Maxwell should not be pardoned. She was convicted of sex trafficking of children. This is a terrible crime. Our next question is, did you ever meet...
But hey, they were trafficking to nobody. There were no Epstein clients. Trump wasn't there. Come on.
Virginia Giuffre? Yes. Briefly. Before Miss Maxwell was arrested, there was a meeting in New York with law enforcement, with either the FBI or Homeland Security, and with many other victims. And Virginia and I were there. And I said, "Hi, Virginia. Did you file a police report?" I did, in California. Virginia said, "No, I could not do that. I could not do that. I was around rich and powerful people." And at the same meeting with victims and their attorneys, the law enforcement agent at the podium asked the victims if they had any questions. Virginia asked why Maxwell was still walking around and free. And the agent responded that they were going to find her. And I'm very glad that Virginia, that she asked that question. I'm very glad. And another question is, do you want Miss Maxwell to testify? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if we can even believe her. But, I mean, I would like to know what the U.S. Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, asked.
One of her convictions was for lying under oath, you know.
Her, and what she actually said to him. And the last question, how do you feel? Sorry. It's a hard one for me. How do you feel about seeing Jeffrey Epstein in the news every single day and every night, all the time? And the story in the news almost every day and every night. It's very upsetting to me, and I cry with tears like I am now. In my living room, watching this all the time, when I see it on the news every day. Jeffrey's in my brain, and I see him again and again, and I remember what he did to me in that hotel room. And I feel pain in my heart for myself and all for the other victims everywhere. And I see it every single day on the news.
Okay, thank you. Here are a few of my additional comments. Regarding the question of whether or not Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche should release a transcript of the questions he asked of Ghislaine Maxwell and the answers that she gave in his 2-day interview of Ms. Maxwell. I believe that he should release the entire transcript of his more than 9-hour interview with her, including all of his questions and all of her answers. I'm aware that Ghislaine Maxwell, in addition to the other crimes for which she has been convicted, was also indicted on 2 counts of perjury. Ultimately, those charges were dismissed. However, the charges cannot be ignored, and other lies that she has told do have an impact on her credibility, and are part of the reason that some victims and their lawyers think that she should never have been interviewed. They do not believe whatever her responses were to the questions asked by Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. In my opinion, if the transcripts were released, then everything that Ms. Maxwell said in the interview should only be released if they're accompanied by corroboration of her statements and or evidence of inconsistent statements by her and or proof that she lied about some of her statements, if she did. In reference to the planned upcoming hearings in the fall by the House committees, I do believe that there should be a joint hearing by the House committees and a Senate committee. I'm aware that the House subcommittee is issuing subpoenas for many people in the list that they've already developed, including many former attorney generals. I think that they should add to that list former United States Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, Alex Acosta. In addition, I think they should subpoena Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and Attorney General...
Yes.
Finally, victims and survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and...
Alex Acosta, by the way, Trump's former labor secretary from his first term. He's the prosecutor that got Epstein off in Florida.
Ghislaine Maxwell should be invited to appear before the House and Senate committees to share how they were victimized by Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Maxwell, the impact on them of these crimes, and how the criminal justice system has helped them or failed them. Victims should not be subpoenaed or compelled in any way to testify, but they should be invited. Some may wish to testify, but they should be invited and not compelled. And some may want to be anonymous, that is, they would not want their identities known or their faces shown. They should be supported in their request if that is their wish. We need change and new laws to be passed by Congress to better protect victims from the sexual predators. I look forward to sharing my ideas on this subject in the coming days. So finally, in a few moments I'll take some questions. Alicia will not be taking any questions, but we want to show you this police report. We should also have copies.
Yeah, show us.
Okay. I think that you could on the other side. It's not. Okay. This side. Go with that. Okay, so this is her police report. And I provided you copies of that. Okay. All right. Here's what I want.
She used the redacted name and the position.
Yeah, here. So, yeah, this is the 1987 Santa Monica Police Department crime report.
She said 87, but it's 97.
Of sexual battery of Alicia Arden. The redactions were made by, not by us, but this is the way we received the police report. Previously, I have asked for an unredacted copy, but I have not ever received it. Well, I'm going to try again. So, but
a police report is public information. There shouldn't be redactions.
And I'll leave this here if you want to take a look at it afterwards. Okay.
So fishy.
Come back and sit down. Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. I'll be happy to take a few questions, if you have any.
Ms. Allred, other than holding a press conference like this, what more can you do to try to compel the government to release what you're asking for?
Great question. How can we compel the government to do it? I think that the answer is that the power lies in the representatives of the people in Congress, in the House and the Senate. We do not have any lawsuit pending, and therefore we cannot subpoena documents or individuals. I do represent, or have represented, 27 victims of Epstein. Some.
Well, that ended abruptly. I was expecting more questions there. I think this is the most I've ever had to change my bandana so far today. Kaya, welcome in. No, don't apologize. I mean, it's there for a reason. I think I have a cooldown on it, so you can't do it like every 5 minutes. I think it's got to be like 20 minutes in order for you to request it, and you can only do it like 3 times in a show. Sorry, not sorry, indeed. Congress was in session today. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took to the floor to deliver a speech about Sydney Sweeney and the uproar over her jeans. So let's hear from Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez.
Sydney Sweeney looks like an Aryan goddess, and the American Eagle Jeans campaign is blatant Nazi propaganda. I mean, fuck. Watching that sultry little temptress squeeze into a Canadian tuxedo, 3 sizes
You live
too
in
small,
sexual
with her
anarchy.
bouncy little fun bags on the screen staring at you, piercing through the core of your soul, with those ocean blue eyes that could resurrect the Fuhrer from his grave in Argentina, is something that should alarm every American citizen, because in America, beauty is not defined by whiteness. Oh no, it is defined by the number of victim groups of which you are a member. Skinny, attractive, blonde-haired, blue-eyed cisgender women descend from the slave daddy oppressors of this nation, and any man who cranks one out while thinking about a woman like this probably hates black people, probably hates gay people, and they certainly hate the diversity of our great nation. So I say, instead of simping for the Sydneys, we should be celebrating the Shaniquas. Instead of worshiping the hot, straight blonde, what about the obese alphabet, people with blue hair? They need love too. And to all the haters who say companies that go woke, go broke, I'd rather be poor than a fucking Nazi.
That was AOC earlier today on the floor of the House. The only problem with that, the House is not in session today. AOC roasts Chris Cuomo for believing obvious deepfake of her trashing Sydney Sweeney. Now, if the content wasn't enough to get you to understand that it's a deepfake, the video literally says... Colonos IO parody 100% made with AI. The video literally says parody 100% made with AI. Chris Cuomo retweeted it. The Congresswoman implored him to use his critical thinking skills. These people don't have critical thinking skills. Chris Cuomo is doing the digital version of Eating Crow on Wednesday after he was duped by a deepfake video of Rep. AOC calling Sydney Sweeney's jeans blatant Nazi propaganda on the floor of Congress. Once again, he is a news anchor with News Nation, making millions of fucking dollars. He fell for a deep fake. Congress is not even in session right now. I'm sure several people in my chat that made their ears perk up because people in my chat knew Congress wasn't in session today. Congress actually recessed early in order to protect the Epstein files. My microphone's going limp over here. Does not have a hard-on for Sydney Sweeney. It goes limp. The AI-generated video also shows the Democratic Congresswoman saying that beauty is defined by the number of victim groups of which you are a member. Cuomo retweets this and says nothing about Hamas or people burning Jew cars. But Sweeney Jean's ad deserved time on the floor of Congress. What happened to this party? Fight for small business, not for small culture wars. Oh my God. AOC responded, "This is a deep fake, dude. Please use your critical thinking skills. At this point, you're just reposting Facebook memes and calling it journalism." But he didn't delete the post until after AOC caught it and commented. After realizing his mistake, Cuomo posted, "You are correct. That was a deep fake, but it really does sound like you. Thank you for correcting, but now to the central claim. Show me you calling on Hamas to surrender or addressing the bombing of a car in St. Louis belonging to an IDF American soldier." Dude. Wow. You're a piece of shit, Chris Cuomo. And News Nation, I'll do his job for way fucking less and do far better at it because I don't fall for deep fake AI bullshit like Chris Cuomo apparently does. Republican officials have glommed onto the internet conversation around Sweeney's Great Genes tagline in spectacularly cringeworthy fashion. President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, the White House Communications Director Stephen Chung, Fox News, and more on the right have all decided that defending Sweeney from the woke mob was worth national attention after online commentators speculated that the campaign's play on the word genes in reference to the white blue-eyed actress smacked of eugenics and neo-Nazism. How you gonna do that right in front of Riri and her fish? You damn right, Flash. Also, it was discovered, or at least leaked today, that Cuomo, the other Cuomo, not the dumb one. Oh, wait a minute. The one running for mayor apparently had Trump's backing, running for the Democratic mayor in New York City. Donald Trump and Andrew Cuomo secretly talked on the phone as Trump weighs endorsement in the NYC mayoral race. The president has repeatedly been asking members of Congress and business associates for their opinions on the mayoral candidate. I've not fallen for deep fake AI bullshit yet. Now, I did mention last night. I'm going to have to start watching animal videos more closely. Because I might just accidentally grab, because I don't actually research animal videos. I just grab them off the internet. President Donald Trump is doing research into the New York City mayoral race. According to a new report from the New York Times, the president has repeatedly been consulting pollsters and fellow politicians and even spoke with Andrew Cuomo on a secret phone call. Despite their rocky political history, Trump may be weighing an endorsement of Cuomo, as he is, in many opinions, the best shot at defeating Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani. And holy shit. Please do it, Trump. Please. Please do it, Trump. Endorse Cuomo. That would be the best ad for Mamdani that anyone could possibly do. Lenny, welcome in. Other than like Schumer coming out and endorsing Mamdani. Nancy Pelosi endorsing Mamdani. Holy shit. We talked about the meeting that was supposed to take place at J.D. Vance's residence to talk about how to handle the Epstein saga, but this one kind of flew under the radar. J.D. Vance's team had water level of Ohio River raised for a family's boating trip. The incident raises questions of exploitation of public services, but Secret Service says it was requested for safe navigation. J.D. Vance's team had the Army Corps of Engineers take an unusual step of changing the outflow of a lake in Ohio to accommodate a recent boating excursion on a family holiday. The request from the U.S. Secret Service was made to support safe navigation of the U.S. Vice President's security detail for an August outing on the Little Miami River, according to a statement by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Vance was spotted in the southwestern Ohio area on the 2nd of August, his 41st birthday. I'm older than J.D. Vance? I'm older than J.D. Vance? Only by like a couple months, but still. Fair enough, Flash. Yeah, did Peter Thiel have an old blood boy? Vance was spotted in the southwestern Ohio. Oh, I already did that part. One source with knowledge of the matter who communicated with The Guardian anonymously alleged that the outflow request for the Cedar Creek Lake was not just to support the Vice President's Secret Service detail, but also to create ideal kayaking conditions. Wait, Lenny, you're fucking 83? No way. You are not that old. If you are, then my God, do you look fucking good, dude. You're not older than both of us put together then. Still looking damn good for 76, my friend. 10 out of 10, Lenny old. The whole redistricting saga. Oh, God. Apparently a bunch of flights have been grounded. United Airlines outage prompts ground stop at major U.S. hubs. Travelers at airports in Newark, Chicago, San Francisco, and Houston are facing delays due to a technology issue, the airline said. Wow. Oh, is this about that?
We are following some breaking news right now. United Airlines has apparently requested a ground stop at major airports.
Who's this ripoff Sam Cedar?
Tonight, we're talking Chicago, Newark, Houston, San Francisco. We have NBC News senior producer Jay Blackman on the phone. Jay, what are you hearing about why this ground stop was ordered?
So, Gotti, this is affecting all of United's mainline flights, so not their regional characters, not their regional flights. It's an issue with a computer system. They're saying it's due to a technology issue. They're holding all of their mainline flights at their departure airports. Flights that are in the air now are being allowed to continue their destination. It may be an issue with weight and balance, what pilots need to know before that they can take off.
I mean, if you've got loved ones that are flying right now, pretty terrifying to hear ground stops all across the country. And yet, you know, sometimes we do see things like this. Like, how often?
This is happening in like the last hour or two.
A ground stop like this usually last?
It sounds like it's a computer issue, so it's going to see how long it takes them to get that computer system working. These can last just a few minutes, or they can last for a few hours. It will certainly lead to delays, and as you know, Gotti, if your flight is if you're taking a flight to another airport and it's connecting, that's going to delay some of these flights as well. So hopefully they will get this worked out quickly and get people on their way.
Yeah, so some biggest hubs in the country.
Yeah, so it's looking like the ground stop was issued about an hour ago exactly. Meanwhile, also breaking in the last couple of hours, Texas state lawmakers in Illinois had to be evacuated from their hotel after a threat. Police said no device was found after a bomb squad was called in. They are continuing to investigate.
The Chicago area hotel forcing Texas Democrats to evacuate.
We were awakened to an alarm going off in the hotel around 7:30 this morning over the loudspeaker saying there's been a bomb threat made on this hotel. Please evacuate immediately.
Representative John Busey is one of dozens of Democratic lawmakers staying there after leaving Texas to stall a Republican plan to redraw congressional districts. Police say 400 people were evacuated from the hotel as they scoured for an explosive device, but none was found. Authorities have not yet reported the source of the threat, but Busey blames the heated political rhetoric surrounding their protest.
Are you concerned for your safety? We don't take the rhetoric of Ken Paxton and Greg Abbott lightly. They are sparking a fire in people and zealots that support them. It's unacceptable. Are we afraid? We are undeterred. We're undeterred, and we're going to continue in our fight.
Back at the Texas Capitol, without enough members present, business stood still for a third straight day. Republican State Senator Brian Hughes condemning the threat of violence.
That's horrible to think of someone resorting to violence for anything like that. And so I hope everybody's okay.
While urging Democrats to return.
What's your message to the Democrats who have fled the state?
This is going to get done. The will of the people is going to get done. A quorum break can...
It's not the will of the people.
It can temporarily thwart the will of the people.
It's the will of Donald Trump, you piece of shit.
Bomb threat. Democrats tell me they are committed to staying for the long haul. At least 13 more days to run out the clock on this special session. Governor Abbott can always call them back again. Tom.
They ain't coming back. Now, Abbott was on with Newsmax earlier today to talk about the legal action that he might take against Democrats.
Some reports, Governor, allege that there are Democrat lawmakers hiding out in our state, in Texas. If that's true, how confident are you that Texas DPS and the Office of Attorney General's, their Special Crimes Unit, can find these Democrats and drag them, kicking and screaming, to do their jobs to the Texas House?
So our information does include information that there are Democrats in the state of Texas right now. And as we're speaking on television right now, the Texas Department of Public Safety is seeking and will find them, and they will arrest them and bring them to the Texas Capitol. The same goes for Democrats who are outside the state. I talked to the Department of Public Safety, and they are working on strategies to locate and bring back members of the Democrat House who are outside the state. And if they don't get to bring them back, they will be met by the Department of Public Safety when they do return. There's no way for these Democrats to be able to escape justice here. The Democrats, when they return,
justice
accountable for certain legal violations, but also for violations of Texas House rules. And so it's going to be a bad day for them. And the sooner they get back, maybe the lesser the consequences. But the longer they stay, the greater the consequences.
Oh, bullshit. You're all talk, Governor Hot Wheels. Let's go to Fort Stewart, where just another day. A suspect is in custody. Apparently, none of the people shot are expected to
Thank you for joining us.
pass away from their injuries, luckily.
At a U.S. Army base in Georgia, military officials say the suspected gunman opened fire at Fort Stewart, that's near Savannah. 5 soldiers were hurt. No one was killed. One person is in custody, though. Officials have identified him as 28-year-old Sergeant Cornelius Radford. However, investigators have not given a possible motive.
Right now, our primary focus is first on caring for our injured soldiers and their families, and also supporting the soldiers of the Spartan Brigade. All of the families of the victims have been notified, and we're wrapping our arms around them and ensuring we provide them all the support that we can.
Earlier at the White House, President Trump called the shooting an atrocity and offered this message to the families of the wounded soldiers.
The entire nation is praying for the victims and their families, and hopefully they'll fully recover, and we can put this chapter behind, but we're not going to forget what happened. We're going to take very good care of this person that did this horrible person.
Meantime, we are also following economic news from the White House. President Trump's next round of sweeping tariffs.
Wait, what? No, fucking stop doing that shit. This whole video should have been about the shooting suspect, because that's what I was focusing on. God damn it. Here is the dispatch call to 911 earlier today.
Mag Station 1, mutual aid request for a gunshot wound on Fort Stewart. It'll be building 8422nd Brigade, 8422nd Brigade, gunshot wound, mutual aid. There's possibly 5 patients. They have both of their EMS trucks on scene. The scene is clear. Everything is secure. We don't know who has what. Multiple people injured.
Yeah, what is there's like a group, like Japanese samurai or something would beat the fuck out of their shins to build up their tolerance. The man suspected of opening fire at Fort Stewart has been identified as Cornelius Radford. This is his mugshot from earlier this year, just a couple months ago. The shooting at Fort Stewart forced a quick response from authorities. Fort Stewart had been put on lockdown this morning in response to what the base commander called an active shooter situation. This is the aftermath, according to TMZ. Kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxers. Yeah. Beat the filling out of their shins. Flash proposing that soldiers do this to build up their tolerance to bullets. I'm just haphazardly doing news tonight. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here before South Park comes on in about 50 minutes. We were following the manhunt. The manhunt in Montana is still on. The manhunt in Tennessee came to an end yesterday. We're getting new details. Dude that murdered his family and apparently abandoned a baby. So at least he didn't kill the baby?
An infant was found alive Tuesday, nearly 40 miles from where the bodies of the girl's parents, grandmother, and uncle were found.
Surprised the mother of the baby. They found their vehicle at 620 Carrington Road.
Investigators from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation are looking for 28-year-old Austin Robert Drummond. He's wanted in connection with the death.
Well, this is old.
1-year-old.
Oh, well, fuck off. Posted by Fox Nashville 2 hours ago. How are you hitting me with old news, you pieces of shit? Because there was apparently some new details. Yeah, you can probably tell the difference in the show on days that I prepare and days I don't. Go to ABC in Memphis.
Since police in Jackson caught Austin Drummond, one of Tennessee's most dangerous criminals. You might remember this started with an abandoned baby in Dyer County, then turned into a quadruple homicide investigation.
So as of last night, what we think we know is that he had been in prison for most of his adult life, was apparently having a relationship with someone who worked at the prison. She is connected to the family that died somehow. She also was not working at the prison as of like October of last year.
3 counties, almost a week of searching. ABC 24's Desmond News.
He got out in December.
Story. He shares where things stand and what happens next.
Tuesday, July 29th, around 3 p.m., someone finds a baby outside of a home near Old Highway 20 in Dyer County. The baby's okay. Hours later, 4 bodies turn up in Lake County. The victims, 21-year-old James Wilson, 15-year-old Braden Williams, 20-year-old Adriana Williams, and 38-year-old Courtney Rose. 2 of them were the baby's parents. July 30th, TBI gets involved. They say the 4 bodies.
Which 2 were the baby's parents exactly? Because 2 of them were underage.
Bodies were found on Carrington Road in Tiptonville. Now it's a homicide investigation. July 31st, TBI names their suspect, 28-year-old Austin Drummond, wanted for 4 counts of first-degree murder and kidnapping. He goes on Tennessee's most wanted list, $15,000 reward.
Everyone needs to be careful. Everyone needs to know who they're dealing with.
TBI Director David Roush says Drummond was driving a white 2016 Audi. They found it in Jackson around 2 p.m.
This is why I think it's critical for us to reach out and appeal to Austin and those who may be assisting him to turn himself in, or for them to call us and let us know where he is so that we can bring him in to question him about what took place.
The district attorney for Dyer and Lake County, Danny Goodman, says Drummond was out on bond for attempted murder, something that happened in prison.
I'm still in shock.
Wait, what? He was out on bond for attempted murder? I've seen people with far less charges be denied bond.
Not gonna lie.
August 2nd, more names come out. 29-year-old Tanaka Brown, Giovante Thomas, both charged with accessory after the fact. August 3rd, the U.S. Marshals bumped their reward from $7,500 to $10,000. Total reward now, $17,500. August 4th, things start moving fast. 2 more arrests in Lake County, Darius Sanders and Brandon Powell. Powell gets hit with drug possession and criminal conspiracy. Sanders with accessory after the fact. At Monday's arraignment, Tanaka Brown gets more charges, tampering with evidence on top of accessory after the fact. Brown and Sanders both get $250,000 bonds. Sanders could get 1 to 6 years, Brown 4 to 21 years.
It's for the safety of the community, but the other thing is until Mr. Drummond is actually in.
But you let the dude that was in prison his entire adult life out on bond when he's facing an attempted murder charge? But, my God.
Custody, we want to make certain that he doesn't have any more assistance than possible.
Later that day,
I went to college in Tennessee. What a stupid state.
He gets away. The reward goes up again, $32,500. Monday night around 7:30, they released camera footage. It's from Sunday just before midnight. Shows Drummond with a gun wearing camo. August 5th, Tuesday morning, Jackson police tell people to shelter in place near Pleasant Plains Road and Country Club Lane. Then TBI posts it. Drummond's caught.
We find some peace in knowing that the suspect is no longer a threat.
Our local
but remain
Vegas.
committed to the families, the community, and to justice.
Court records show they took Drummond to Albion County Jail. He'll be arraigned in Lake County District Court August 7th at 8:15 a.m. People in Jackson are relieved. They've been stuck in their home for days.
I moved over here for peace and serenity, and we hadn't had that for the last 3 or 4 days.
Then why would you move to a fucking rural area of Tennessee? Let me show you the violent crime statistics, you stupid fuck. Jesus.
But thank goodness they got him. But this
This is outside of Memphis. Memphis, one of the most dangerous cities in the country.
saga had to stop because we can't live this way.
We need a little bit of a transition because we've been so geared up in a situation we're not used to.
Desmond Nugent, ABC 24 News.
As I said, the manhunt continues in Montana for the dude still on the run. Committed a mass shooting at a bar. They have not found him yet. It seemed like they were narrowing their search last night, but apparently that's not the case.
4 people at an Anaconda bar.
With the manhunt continuing,
tragedy struck the town of Anaconda. After nearly a week of live news, breaking coverage, and national headlines, the small town of Anaconda is starting to feel tired. What started out as fear for most has now turned into frustration.
The search for the suspect, the loss of life, the impact on the community, the impact on businesses, the media attention, obviously.
Selena Van Hiding with the Anaconda Chamber says there's a palpable weight hanging over the town.
There's a lot of uncertainty because people just don't know what's happening.
When I tried to speak with people, many declined. Some closed their doors. Others said they're just tired of seeing the same story over and over. One man shared with me the thing he's most frustrated with, quote, not really knowing what's going on. It's the same news all the time. As the town is crawling with media looking for reactions, Selena says it's clear.
And I think a lot of people...
I wasn't gonna make a dick joke.
Especially because it's garnered so much attention and it's such a big thing. People just don't really know how to react to something like this, which is completely understandable.
One reason Selena said the chamber canceled the annual Spelterman's event. She wants to give the town a chance to breathe.
I don't know that it will start until the suspect is caught, but I think that giving people space to grieve right now is...
Litchby? I have no idea how to say your name, but if you give me a phonetical pronunciation, I will do my best. Thank you for being a freaking follower. Welcome in.
Kind of what's most needed.
For previous coverage and updates, visit our website. In Anaconda, Megan Elaine, MTN News.
Anaconda is a weird name, but every video that we have seen out of Anaconda since that shooting makes it look like the most gorgeous area. Holy shit. You remember, was it last week? When the fuck did this happen? Too much news all the time. I think it was last week. Last Tuesday? We came on and there had been a mass shooting in New York City. We're getting new information on that suspect.
So now, a week and a half after a gunman shot and killed 4 people in a Midtown.
Week and a half.
Now we're getting some new insight into his background.
It comes in the form of prior run-ins with Las Vegas police. Among them, a traffic infraction, an issue at a casino, and the one you see right here is a mental health distress call.
This all raising the question, could something have been done to prevent last week's tragedy? Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate is in Midtown with what we know right now. Phil?
Brittany, good morning. It's been over a week since the Midtown shooter Shane Tamora's final photos were captured here at 345 Park on this plaza just right behind me, and then on the 33rd floor where he was seen laid out stretched. That's after he turned the gun on himself after taking the lives of 4 other people. But the big question this morning is, could this rampage have been avoided? Well, that's as Las Vegas authorities have now released videos of him showing a person who has had a long-standing battle with mental health issues as well as run-ins with the authorities.
So he does have a gun in his bag there.
Okay.
He called his mom, made some statements about not wanting to be here anymore.
Okay.
This is it for him.
Gotcha.
So he's been calm and cooperative, but he doesn't want to go to hospitals.
Body cam video released by Las Vegas police captured first responders inside Tamora's apartment in August of 2024 after his mother made a desperate plea for help to authorities, stating her son wanted to hurt himself and end his life and had a gun stored inside his apartment.
Well, at least he took a CEO out before he did it.
Stretcher being taken away by medical personnel. But this wouldn't be his only encounter with authorities.
Sorry, guys.
That same year, he was pulled over by police in the BMW he drove to New York City last Monday. He was cited for driving without a license and released. He was also informed that his driver's license was suspended for a bunch of unresolved traffic violations.
What am I under arrest for?
But his history with mental health struggles dated back several years. In 2023, another run-in with police after Tamora hit the jackpot. He refused to show ID to cash in on the $5,000 he won at a Las Vegas casino, but somehow ended up in this holding cell where he allegedly grabbed a security officer. The ordeal didn't end there. Things heating up after—
Did he get his $5,000?
Police. Tamora was eventually charged with trespassing when he refused to leave the casino property. And then in September of 2022, police were so concerned about Tamora's mental state, they filed an emergency petition to have him committed to a mental health facility.
Again, the question this morning is, could Tamora have been stopped before this Midtown tragedy all unfolded? It would be in the pocket of Tamora where that 3-page note would be found. Claims from Tamora that he had suffered from CTE and wanted his brain to be studied. Authorities say that his target was NFL headquarters here at 345 Park. We're live in Midtown this morning. I'm Phil Tate, Channel 7.
But like a boss ended up taking out an executive for Blackstone because he got off on the wrong floor. We've got a couple of different violent attacks. One was on the dude known online as Big Balls.
Somebody from Doge was very badly hurt last night. You saw that.
President Trump is threatening to take over Washington, D.C.
It was apparently just some kids, so I hope he got the absolute shit beat out of him.
Doge whiz kid was beat
yes!
by carjackers.
The infamous Doge lieutenant, Big Balls, was just jumped in D.C. The 19-year-old former Doge staffer.
All the kids were doing was kicking authority in the balls.
He's kicking authority in the balls.
Kicking authority in the big balls.
Beaten by a violent mob of minors.
Edward Korstein, a.k.a. Big Balls, a name he chose as a joke for his LinkedIn account, was left a bloody mess after cops say he—
Balls ain't so big now, are they? Ha ha!
Fought off a gang of teens.
Actually, the report I saw said that he had another person in his vehicle. He pushed them into the vehicle and confronted the two suspects. So maybe he does have some balls. I'll give credit where credit is due. But he got the shit beat out of him.
Attempting to steal his girlfriend's car.
Who's Big Balls? It's big.
Korstein was hailed a boy genius when he dropped out of college to join Elon Musk's Doge squad to cut government costs.
One of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste.
And today, his old boss is praising his bravery. A gang of about a dozen young men tried to assault a woman in her car, Musk says.
He was looking motherfucker.
Edward ran to defend her and was severely beaten to the point of concussion, but he saved her. Carjacking is an epidemic in D.C.
Now, that's the report that we're getting currently. It's going to be wild if it comes out that he was the aggressor somehow.
And 51% of the perpetrators are juveniles. And cops say two 15-year-olds beat up Big Balls.
A year ago, my niece was shot.
The beating is—
He got beat up by some kids. That's great.
Cry over violence in D.C.
This is a serious crime a mile from the White House. This isn't a joke.
Tamara Jackam's son, Eric, a 21-year-old congressional intern, was caught in the crossfire of a shootout in June and killed. Now the president is warning D.C.'s mayor, Muriel Bowser, to crack down or he will.
And either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's.
Now, that was a completely different story. I didn't know that it was in response to this that he said that. I had that story ready to go, He is talking about federalizing the D.C. police force.
Supposed to be run.
No. That is not a thing that you want to do. A violent mob apparently live streamed their attack on a now this I do not condone. Do not attack taco trucks. You are a piece of shit. If you attack dumb fucks that used to work for Elon Musk, you'll get some sympathy from me. Just some punk ass kids out there fucking around. If you attack workers in a taco truck, I think you are gigantic pieces of shit. A violent mob apparently live streamed their own attack on an LA taco truck.
A mob vandalizes a taco truck and assaults workers with baseball bats. The suspects seen live streaming the attack on TikTok. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Mark Cotarobles.
I'm Giovanna Lara. It is disturbing to watch this. Several men vandalize a taco truck and attack its employees.
Now the family-owned business is trying to raise money to pay for medical bills and damage to the truck. Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia live in South LA.
Hey, where's our friend that came over here from Twitter? God of Fools or whatever your fucking name was. You gave to the Give Send Go for the racist got her ass beat. Here's a hardworking family got attacked in a taco truck. Are you raising money for them? Are you sharing out their fundraiser? No, it's only the racist. Why is that? Why are you so concerned with raising money for a racist piece of shit? But all these people out here that are hardworking Americans, they don't get your sympathy. Weird.
Police are trying to find several suspects involved. Sid.
It was a pretty large group of men that vandalized the truck and also assaulted the employees. But the one thing they didn't do, they didn't take any money.
Wait, it was all for TikTok clout?
It was closing time when a large group of men vandalized the taco truck and assaulted the employees. It happened Sunday night at midnight. During the attack, the violent mob yelled expletives in English and Spanish. The owner didn't want us to show his face or use his name out of concern for his safety.
One of the employees called me, please call the police because about 25 people hit us with baseball bats and metal. Because no, it's scary.
The owner's daughter also didn't want us to show her face or use her name. She says what's disturbing is that the group was live streaming the attack.
In one of the security footage videos from our food truck, actually, you could see that one of them had their phone out and was live streaming it on TikTok. Which, where do you...
No, couldn't have been on TikTok. Believe me. I'm well aware of TikTok rules. You were not live streaming. They were on Rumble or Kick or some shit. They were not on TikTok. We tried to do the Troll Patrol one night on TikTok, and I got taken down within a minute.
Get the idea of live streaming a crime. You're vandalizing a business and you're assaulting people. It doesn't make any sense to me.
LAPD is investigating. No arrests have been made. The truck that was seriously damaged is at a repair shop. The one here at Slauson and Avalon is another of their 3 food trucks. Estimate on the damage, according to the owner, is over $10,000. The family has set up a GoFundMe account to help employees financially with medical bills and repairs to the truck. Customers, when told of what happened, tell us, why would a group of guys do this?
It's pretty crazy because people are just trying to make a living right here, and it's just vandalizing. Nothing. They're not even have a specific goal they're going for. Just vandalizing is crazy.
And the owner says the one employee who was hospitalized, he is back home recovering, and he says that he...
God, those tacos look so good.
...first child. Now, LAPD telling us if you have any clues as to where these guys are or who they are, you're urged to give them a call. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Sid Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Last time I went to a Mexican restaurant, I always get a chimichanga, right? I like a fried chimichanga. It's so fucking good. Usually comes with beans, rice, guac, pico. It has everything. That's why I always get it. But I'm like, I always get the chimichanga. I want to switch it up. I want to try something else. So I got some traditional fucking tacos. My God, were they so fucking good. And I was like, they got the special meat or something in there for the traditional tacos. That wasn't their usual meat. It was so just tender and juicy. And so simple. I just like maybe even like a sprinkling of cheese, some onions. That's all it had. Some cilantro. You put the lime. Oh, so fucking good. Good night, Lenny. And then, curious or not, there's this taco place over here, and like we thought it was some kind of chain because like it's in a building that used to be a chain. It used to be a Crystal or a Burger King or something. I can't put my name on exactly what restaurant it used to be, but it used to be some kind of chain. And we go in there. No, it's a locally owned place. They are absolutely Mexican, and it was so fucking good. Had a salsa bar. We got some birria tacos that were, fucking shit. Cheesy birria tacos. I mean, like, you open them and, like, fucking the cheese pool was just insane. Had a red pepper salsa that just fucking knocked my socks off. We've went and got those tacos a couple different times. They're so good. The stronger the accent, the better the food. I got one more story. The other one when I could have transitioned from the food to the, would you put this in your mouth? Pizza burritos. Oh, shit. Except when it comes to British accents. You goddamn right. I don't know. That's how I ended up calling Hawaii Subway the other night. For those of you who weren't here for that. Somehow the British got me to call the Subway in Hawaii. There's apparently this place called Greg's, and it's supposedly really good in Britain. I watched a video comparing U.S. fast food versus British fast food. It was Josh Wiseman. Love that dude. Papa. And I watched the video, and they're like the one British dude like gave Greg's a 10, and it completely skewed the review. And we're talking about Greg's, and then we ended up somehow talking about Subway, and Warlord's like, Subway in Britain is good. And sure enough, we look up the menu. The menu sounds amazing. And I called the Subway in Hawaii, and we compared menus, and the woman in Hawaii was like, yeah, the British menu sounds better. Actually, Flash, all the British people agreed that when they did a 1-for-1, when they went to McDonald's, when they went to Wendy's, there's a McDonald's in Britain, there's a McDonald's here. The U.S. version won out every time, which was wild. I was thinking the British version because it's supposedly better ingredients. But the British people were like, oh no, this is way better in the United States. Yes, beans. That one thing they got from Greg's was like a sausage roll with beans in it, and it made Josh throw up. But he still thought Greg's was good. I keep telling you guys, it's gonna be Christmas before you know it. Apparently this woman thought it was already Christmas. She was trying to slide down the chimney.
Now to the city of San Fernando, where firefighters rescued a woman trapped in a chimney by pulling her up and out. Witnesses say they saw her dancing on the roof of that building before she fell in. The drama unfolded just before 7 o'clock tonight at a building within the San Fernando Recreational Park. And Sky 5 was over the scene for the delicate rescue operation. Firefighters worked for over an hour to free the woman. Crews were eventually able to hoist her out and take her to the hospital for observation. She is expected to be okay.
Okay, did you guys see that fucking chimney? How did she fall in that? Yeah, I did. I kind of thought she looked like Ghislaine.
Now to the city of San Fernando, where firefighters...
How? How? Meth? Maybe.
Rescued a woman trapped in a chimney by pulling her up and out. Witnesses say they saw her dancing on the roof of that building before she fell in. The drama unfolded just before 7 o'clock tonight at a museum.
I mean, granted, okay, it looks a lot bigger once you see people. For reference, that looks really small, like a person couldn't fit through it.
Fernando, where firefighters rescued a woman trapped in a chimney by pulling her up and out. Witnesses say they saw her dancing on the roof of that building before she fell in. The drama unfolded just before 7 o'clock tonight at a municipal building within the San Fernando Recreational Park. And Sky 5 was over the scene for the delicate rescue operation. Firefighters worked for over an hour to free the woman. Crews were eventually able to hoist her out and take her to the hospital for observation. She is expected to be okay.
I'm glad that, just as soon as someone saw this story, they tagged me in the Discord and was like, Justin, would you eat this? And I don't know. I don't know if I would. Chat, would you eat this?
MB, are you ready for this one?
I am. I'm interested. As you know, it's hot out. I had my little ice cream last night when I got home, and you're talking about a new flavor, so I'm curious.
An exciting new
flavor.
flavor.
But you both looked at me really weirdly, so I'm thinking it's not going to be delicious. Oh.
Delicious, perhaps.
Maybe.
I'm not a good judge of this. Unusual? Yes. Let's go there. The new ice cream that's rolling out nationwide is breast milk flavored.
Oh, that's not going to do it for me. No,
I'm not making this up. All the women in the audience here just went, ew. Okay, so let's put some top spin on that. First of all, when you hear me say that, your first reaction is, like the ladies here, ew. But when you think about a little more,
this is probably a good thing. Like, if you're some kind of a porn star or something, selling your breast milk ice cream might be MILF and cookies. Oh my God.
Response might be,
I can't top MILF and cookies.
Because this ice cream, which as you can see is made by a parent company called Frito using the help of an ice cream company called Oddfellows, which is no big surprise, I guess, is intended to mimic the flavor of breast milk, which I'm fairly comfortable in saying not a single one of us can recollect in any way. We were young at the time, at least most.
Hey, now, some of us have kinks.
Of us. Okay, now that said, allow me to be the first to say there is no human breast milk in this ice cream. It is intended to mimic the taste. So what's in there? Well, according to Frida, it is primarily made of, and not surprisingly, milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, and honey syrup. And now you're saying, well, wait a minute, where's the whole breast milk thing? Just wait. It turns out that it also has, and this isn't an easy thing to say, liposomal bovine colostrum. Thank you, play that in Scrabble. And that is something that is created by cows after they...
I don't think you can play that in Scrabble. I don't think you have enough words on your on your little pew. What's that thing called? I thought it looked like a little pew that you put your Scrabble pieces on.
Birth as part of the whole cows giving birth thing. Therefore, the taste of this breast milk will probably be recognizable to cows, who aren't a big section of the consumer market, to the human beings out there, not so much. And so this is one of those things that you got to go, well, wait a minute, is this a real thing? And yeah, it really is. And if you're wondering what Frida says it tastes like, I got an answer for that. They say it tastes sweet, a little salty, okay, smooth, with hints of honey and sprinkles of colostrum. And allow me to be the first to say Sprinkles of Colostrum is an awesome band name.
Colostrum?
Let's not get bogged down in that. Taste it, says Frida.
What in the fuck is colostrum? Doesn't sound good. A thick, yellowish, white fluid which can be expressed from the breast by the third trimester. With sprinkles of colostrum.
Trying to bring people closer to this product, okay. And now you're wondering, well, how much does it cost? $13 a pint.
Okay.
As long as supplies last, and because the demand will be so high.
Rip off.
Only 2 pints per customer. Okay, yeah, thank God, right? Now, Frida says that this has come about because there are some celebrities, aka Kourtney Kardashian, who has touted the taste of her own breast milk, and that in turn inspired Frida to say, you know what, the world needs to experience this as well, to which I say, no, it doesn't.
Okay, wait, is it supposed to be super healthy? Because if you get a celeb out there, like some of the Kardashians going, oh my God, this is super healthy, it's gonna make you live forever.
Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
Hey, man. So,
you got thoughts on titty milk?
I mean, I bet yours is pretty good. You got pretty big tits. What do you think?
You want to come suck on a titty?
I mean, maybe. How old are you?
I'm 41. I'm definitely legal.
Oh. Same.
Same. What's going on, my friend?
I just want to talk to you, man. You're like a liberal, so.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Oh. I mean, are you a libtard?
What does that mean?
A libtard. You're a liberal and you're a retard, right?
I'm not a liberal.
You've already.
You know what liberal means?
Yes, I know what liberal means. Do you know what liberal means?
Yeah. Do you want me to give you the definition here? Because, like, right wingers use it as a slur, and, like, it's a weird thing to use as a slur.
Define a slur. Define a slur.
Liberalism is a political and moral philosophy based on the rights of the individual, liberty, consent of the government.
I didn't ask you to define liberal. I asked you to define slur.
I mean,
define slur. What's a slur? You don't know. Okay, exactly.
I can give it to you right now. It is a...
Yeah, you're Googling it, so how are you talking about it if you don't know what the word means?
The insinuation or allegation that someone is likely to insult them or damage their reputation.
Okay, so...
You didn't just use it as a slur. Calling me a libtard isn't a slur.
No.
It is.
Can you show your forehead?
Do what?
Can you show your forehead? Your forehead. Show
Buddy,
your forehead.
like, you can go back and watch videos of me shaving my goddamn head on stream.
I don't care about that. Are you going to show your big-ass forehead or not?
I don't really have a big-ass forehead.
Okay,
I've done it twice.
Exactly.
Man, you can redeem points and make me change my bandana. I've already done it twice on this stream.
Yeah, well, no one does that, bro. That's why I only.
I've done it twice on this stream already. You're really off on your base here, my friend. So now, why'd you call me a libtard?
Because you're a liberal and you're a retard. I mean, it's probably because you're inbred.
I'm not inbred. I mean, I'm from Kentucky, so I mean, this is a decent guess, but like, I'm not.
Inbred.
Did you just call to try to insult me? Like, you're doing a horrible job at it.
All right, here, do something for me. Define inbred.
Two people that are related having a child.
All right, now define what a child is.
Jesus, is this all you're gonna fucking do? This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted to fucking do, dude. You got your chance to talk to me, and like, You just want to ask me to
My
define words
chance to
for
talk
you?
to you. You have no one else wanting to talk to you. What do you mean, my chance? You had the chance to talk to me.
No. What do you mean no one else? Buddy, there's like hundreds of calls that I've taken on this show on my YouTube. No one wants to talk to me, though.
You have 26,
The chat's telling me to hang up
26.
on you. Do you have something of substance to say?
Are you a cuck? Do you like listen to them?
Am I
are you that much of a cuck?
No.
Yeah, do you have to listen to them?
Well, they actually redeemed the points to make me hang up on you, so.
Do you have a wife?
No.
Yeah, I can tell.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're ugly as shit.
Brother, I've crushed more pussy than you have. There's probably never been a woman that's touched you.
No, you've crushed pussy when they're like.
Buddy, there's like
underage.
5
I get
women
it.
I've
You
slept
rape
with
them.
in the chat.
Yeah, that are underage? Okay, cool. I don't care. You're a pedophile.
Underage? What the fuck are you talking about? The average age of my chat's like 50. So you just came here to try to insult me and
No,
you made a
it's
fool
not.
of your fucking self.
It's 7. It's 7. What do you mean try to insult you, bro? I think I'm doing pretty well. You haven't done shit back. You're taking like a bitch.
What do you mean? I'm mocking you.
You're mocking me. You're not responding with anything because you can't respond with anything because you're a
Well,
fucking
how am I
retard.
supposed to respond to you saying you're a pedophile? What? Be like,
As you are. You haven't denied it, have you? No, you
why
haven't.
would it like
You are one.
fucking whatever is presented without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Do you have any evidence that I'm a pedophile?
You have 0 viewers right now.
No, I don't. Buddy,
You
there are
have
people
0 viewers.
every fucking time with right wingers. You call in and you say like you don't have anybody watching you. While there's people, you can look on the fucking chat on screen. Buddy,
You're making stuff up now. You're making stuff up now. Who's right wing?
How am I making stuff up?
You're saying I'm right wing. I never said that.
If you're referring to me as a libtard, then you're definitely right wing.
No, you're a libtard though. I'm a liberal, but you're a libtard.
Buddy, you're fucking stupid. Have a good one. You're gonna dox me? Ha ha! Go ahead, try, you piece of shit. I would love to see you try to dox me. Go check out my YouTube channel and find out what happened last time somebody tried to dox me. I called their girlfriend at work, and boy did they flip out. Thank you for being a freaking follower, though. Wook. God, you guys are so unoriginal. I feel sorry for how stupid you people are. Like, I was going to have a conversation with you, but, like, you can't do it, I guess? I'm getting trolled? How? How am I getting trolled exactly, my friend?
Hey, Justin, are you trolling?
Dog. Dog. Poops. Dog. 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 Poops. Dog. 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 Poops.
Best fraud server in America. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dog. Dog. Dog.
This is why I call right wingers fucking morons.
Poops. Dog. 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 Poops. Dog.
Holiday, I'll send you a link.
Dog. 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 Dog.
Or if it's good enough to be,
Dog. Poops.
If it's good enough to be newsworthy, we'll watch it tomorrow night.
Dog. 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 Poops. Dog.
Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before we hit the sack. I'm JustinFREAKIN.